And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. What have you guys been up to today? Me? Nothing really. Didn't really do anything today, actually. Other than yet another launch. Today, we rolled out Poly.Maximus and Polywater, the latest additions to the Maximus DAO stake pooling ecosystem. What an exciting moment. We did it right about on time too. We said it was deploying at 0 UTC. Let's see when the contract actually got deployed. Let's see how late I was. At 3 minutes after the hour. So 3 minutes late, but you know, the main thing that matters, we wanted people to have all of this day UTC to be able to make. So we got that out, got the contracts verified on Etherscan, and it's been quite the ride, quite the last little bit of time just getting this ready for launch. You know, this one we were able to get it done a lot faster than the prior contracts, just because how much I've learned in building Maxi based trio Lucky Desi team. Like this one just flowed, it just came out of me. And so this one, you know, that was why we were able to get it done so quickly. And then just all the things that I picked up along the way let me very easily make the front end dApp. And I have to say, I think this is the best front end dApp that we've made so far. Very proud of it. And yeah, so for the people that are just joining us for the first time, Poly is a token that is backed by high yield assets. These assets are called HSIs, and they are NFTs that are linked to a hex stake. The way it works is you mint one Poly token per one Hedron that you contribute to the contract. And then after the minting phase is done, in about 9 days from now, then a series of these, they're called HSI liquidation auctions, begin. And during the liquidation auctions, there's going to be about 6,000 to 7,000 of these HSIs coming for sale, and all, or not all, but a majority of the Hedron that is pooled in the Poly contract is then used to bid on these auctions. So the benefits for the end user are that you get access to higher quality, higher value HSIs than you would have on your own. Massive gas fee savings versus holding and ending these stakes on your own. And it boosts the liquidity of holding these HSIs because you now have a token that you can just trade. Because the other solutions for liquidity for these HSIs are either selling them as NFTs, meaning you have to find the right buyer at the right price at the right time to buy your whole NFT from you, or you can sell it to the ICOSA contract, and in that case you have to sell the whole, sell the whole thing too. So we introduced some fungibility to these hex stakes from this other system, so we think that's a really big contribution to the financial utility of the Hedron ecosystem. So I'm very proud about that contribution there. So the minting just began. The minting will go on for about 9 days, and then after that, no more Poly will be minted. And then after the last of the HSIs that the Poly contract wins is over, so it's probably going to be about 15 years from now, then the contract will open up for redemption, where you can burn your Poly and reclaim its portion of the hex, Hedron, and ICOSA that will have accumulated in the Poly.Maximus treasury during that time. So this is one token that's backed by 3 tokens. So it's pretty awesome because when you mint your Poly, I might as well just pull up my screen. When you mint your Poly, you are casting a vote on the amount of the percent that you think should be minted or bid, and the percent you think should simply be staked. And so this is the dApp for minting Poly. So you just choose how much you got to here. I don't have any Hedron in this wallet. I did some test Poly, but oh yeah, here I have a little bit of Hedron. So I'll just do this right now. So you choose how much you mint. So here, I'm just going to choose all of it. Here, I'm going to save some for later. So let's not use all of it. Let's just use a portion of it. And then you set your bid. So I think that we should bid with 98% of the HSIs, or of the hedron in the contract. And so then you approve it. So you can't see, but I just clicked approve on MetaMask. Okay, so it doesn't show because it's a fraction of a hedron. I didn't account for fractions of hedron because there's so many units. But now you just click mint poly. So now I'm confirming the transaction. Only $2 in gas. That's awesome. All right, there we go. Congratulations. And now what's cool is you can actually tweet this out. If you're on a device, I know most people aren't on devices that they can, use, or that they, are logged into Twitter on, but if you just happen to be maybe on like a hot wallet, you can tweet this out. Hit that tweet button. Yeah, so that's Poly. The sister token of Poly is this token called Water, and Water is the poly.maximus executor gas fee donation pool. Donate ETH to the Poly Water contract and automatically mint 369 water tokens per ETH. So this is it's simply a donation address for the executor, which is the thing that bids on behalf of Poly. So it's a volunteer. It is, it's just the set of addresses that are responsible for these HSI auction bidding logistics. And so just to, for Poly minters that want to ensure success or do everything they can to help boost the chance of success, one thing they can do is just donate some ETH to this wallet, which will give the executor plenty of budget to be able to bid and last on long-term bids. And just like, what if they're in like a tough bidding war and they just want to grind these people out, and where, just incrementing the bid by like a fraction of a hedron every time, just like, and just like outlasting them. So that, if that's what they want to do, they can. It's much like the bidding is at the executor's discretion, the use of these donations are at their discretion too. So, it was, rather than just having like a donation address and prompting people, we're like, why don't we just mint them a token? This token, it is very clear here, water tokens have no use case at this time. They are purely collectible symbols of your support for Poly.maximus. These are not backed by anything. They're not redeemable for anything. There's no use case. There's no nothing. The only pumpamentals are that it has this awesome issuance curve where it starts out where you can mint 369 water per ETH, and then in 36 days we have our first third inning. It's kind of like in Bitcoin, they have the halvening. We have third innings where the mintable water per ETH goes down from 369 to 123. Then 36 days later, it cuts down again to 41 water per ETH. And then 36 days later, 13 water per ETH, then 4, then 1. And then after day 216, no more water will be minted. Because by then it's like the budget for the gas fee should be big enough, and that will be done. And from then on, water will simply be a collectible item that is backed by, again, I want to emphasize it's backed by nothing, literally minted out of thin air. But if you're gonna pay ETH, if you're gonna get a coin by paying some ETH, like at least put that, or by burning ETH gas fees, at least put that ETH to good work by donating it to the executor who would otherwise be having to cover the gas costs for executing these bids on behalf of Poly on their own. So That's what water is. It's a lot of fun. So why don't we do this? Let's do a 0.01, 0.01 ETH, and we are gonna mint 3.69 water, $1.55 gas fee, very cheap gas. Hex Fisherman brings up a good point. Yes, we deployed on the same contract address to ETHDub, ETHF, and Ethereum mainnet. So all you do is just switch your network and you can plug in. This site doesn't tell you which network you're on, but when you're signing stuff on MetaMask, the MetaMask pop-up shows you. So maybe I'll add like a little indicator to show you which network you're on. But yeah, so is it. Okay, so look, I just got my 3.69 water for contributing some ETH for some gas fees. And TV Land says, get water instead of minting Chen. Yeah, I mean, Chen goes away after what, 8 years? Water, you stop minting after 216 days. Your choice, though. This is, again, I remind you, it has no use case, and it is purely collectible symbols of your support for poly.maximus. Well, here, let's see what's up in the chat. Katie, he said first, I saw you in here before I hit live. Thanks for being with us again. Hex Enthusiast says, you still no idea how I want to play this, but I'm definitely going in. Just how much is the question? Yeah, totally your choice, Totally your choice. Like, you kind of can't go wrong. That's kind of the best part of, like, maybe best and worst part is that, like, we build around, the Hex and the Hedron ecosystem. And so it's like, it's a tough decision, right? Like, because just holding Hedron on your own is a great solution too. And so, it's totally your choice. Anything that boosts the, if you're hoarding your Hedron, anything that's boosting the Hedron value, that's good for these assets. So, can't really blame you there. Frank Media says, oh, shit. Smash the like button. Yes. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I think I'm up at like, let's see, 2,160 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you to all the people who have joined us. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for the hard work. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. When does the mid phase end? My Hedron locked up. So if it's locked up on that 90-day cycle, you'll have 1 day to mint. So it ends on like the 4th. You'll have the day of the 14th. Well, here, I'll show you. So let's go back to poly.maximus. I'll show you how you can tell for yourself. Okay. So there's a last possible minting day. So day 1077. And then when we look at current day, where is it? Current day 1068. So if right now is 1068, then this is okay. So we're going to count to until 1078 is the day it cuts off. So 10, we're going to count to 10 here. So today is 1068. We're going to count it as tomorrow. So Saturday. So Saturday is the first day, the first full day. So we need 10 of these. So 10 full days, right? Yep, because that's the 60. So 1068 is Saturday. 1069 is Sunday. 1070 is Monday. 1071 is Tuesday. 1073 is Wednesday. 1074 is Thursday. 1075 is Friday. 1076 is Saturday. 1077 is Sunday. And then, yeah, so that's when you'll be able to mint on through all day Sunday up until the evening, depending where you are. And so if my calculation is right and the people who helped me confirm was right, your stake should be out. Your Hedron stake should be eligible to end as the day ticks over onto that, what do we say, Sunday. And so you can end your hedron stake. If it was a 90-day hedron stake from day one, you should be able to end it. But if not, you know, you can always buy poly. And the reason why that we made it so that there was like a hard cutoff is because as soon, because the auctions start on Saturday, and as soon as auctions have started, the risk profile of joining just what it just didn't, like it wouldn't be the same as that 1-to-1 rate. And in general, it's hard to even establish what the like net present value is. And so it wouldn't necessarily be fair if we let people wait until like auctions had started happening and then people could continue to bid or to add to the pool. And so just so we didn't have to come up with some complicated accounting mechanism in order to make later on deposits able to be fairly accounted for versus pre-bid or pre-auction ones. It just had to work that way. And it's kind of like similar strategy with Maxi, where we rolled out Maxi as like a one and done thing, and then Maxi was a success, and so we rolled out the perpetuals, which were like three times greater participation. And so if this is a success and everyone likes it, then maybe we'll roll out some more like permanent ongoing thing, kind of like the perpetuals or like ongoing hex stakes. Maybe we'll roll out some type of like perpetual perpetual auction bidding thing. So we'll just have to see there. I'm gonna keep refreshing this to keep seeing that. So 45 billion hedron minted so far. That's pretty exciting. Crypto Gains Club, what's up? Poly, Blue Joy in the house. Hex and Greenhorns is pure, thank you. 200 million poly, baby. There you go. Bang, bang. Katie's first. Good job, Max for Steam. Here we go. Is this a one-time exclusive poly run? What about future? Okay, I kind of touched on that just a minute ago. You can donate any amount of ETH to participate in water. Yep, any amount. Any little amount you want. Love Maximus Style. Hey, man. Maximus Style loves you too. Awesome. The front end is compatible to mint poly. Oh yeah, we just talked about that. It's a water fund. Get water instead of minting Chen. I agree. Great video dropped by Crypto Coffee today. I'll have to see it. Are Poly gonna bid just for 5555 HSI stakes? Poly gonna bid? You don't know. No one knows. Who knows what they'll do? 100. 69, 70, 71. Oh my god, did I skip 72? Oh my god. Someone do that math for literally. I was up so late last night, and then sorry, my counting is off. I have expended all of my critical high impact thinking and execution getting ready for launch. Poly for the win. That's right. Let's refresh this and see if it updates. Still 45. Have you heard about Chen FT? There's single point minting bot NFTs that Chen are launching in the coming weeks. Wonder if they're launching the auction wars. So I heard they are, and that's even further incentive to join Poly if you're planning on joining these auctions, because like the gas fees are going to be stupid. You may like, if the original Chen launch was something like, if that gives us any idea on what the future of those types of assets may be, and especially because NFT, like that's how I learned about gas wars, was from NFT stuff that I tried in the past. That's where I learned about them, because like NFTs in general, they like with gas wars on NFTs, what would be common is that there would be a launch and then people would they would just like check the block if it got the traits they wanted, and if it didn't, they just threw it away and tried again and just bid the price up to block out other minters. So who knows what kind of craziness is going to go on. That's why it's important that that Poly has a thick minting budget, so that they can tolerate the whatever craziness may happen during the minting phase. Wow, look at that. We have $176,000 worth of Hedron in the contract. Let's see what the, wow, 110 holders already. Let's see what the largest one so far is. Wow, look at that. A 15 bill. See what this guy's got going on. Damn, they have a ton of Hedron left over too. Some healthy PLSD, some USDC. Let's see if they have any VAR stuff. Okay, they've got some Maxi, they got some Base, Desi, Lucky. Oh yeah, so this guy knows what's going on. Good for them. And a bunch of fucking liquidity positions, so they have way more assets than what's shown here. Good for them. This must be a. Let's see if we can. Yeah, this guy knows what's up. Minted my poly and water. We're all gonna make it. Thank you, man. Thanks for being here. Chris asks, what happens if the executor loses an auction? Then it gets the Hedron back and it just keeps trying. And if they don't win any auctions, or if like they just suddenly stop putting bids forth, once 30 days passes, then anybody can run this function here. Let me go back to it. You can run the just go on Etherscan and you can run this. Where is it? Stake leftover function, and that will allow it to, like, once 30 days have passed. So there's it says right here, last bid placed today. So right now the default is just when it starts. So basically, if there's no activity from the executor in 30 days, bidding ends. So no more bidding happens, and then all the leftover Hedron is simply staked. So, and it's staked until the end of the last HSI that is there. And so it does require at least one HSI in there. Actually, whether it comes from the auction or not. But there are some, if you care more about the fine details of exactly how that whole sequence works, we can talk about there. But it's kind of, you have to look at the code and kind of make sense of it. But basically, the HSIs that the contract holds are core in operating the scheduled system. It's like all tightly coupled to those HSIs. Hey, the difference of committing 50% compared to 100%. Okay, so if every single person that minted poly was to put 50%, that means that 50% of the Hedron would be bid and 50% would be staked. So right now, let's see what it is. We can look at bidding budget percent. So yeah, wow, it's like right in the middle. That's it. That's literally like exactly what I thought. So we'll probably, I bet we'll see it kind of inch up as we get closer. And this is something, one, it's like it gives users a way to almost like appraise the risk of the executor model, and two, it puts some power into the user's hands where where the results and the returns come directly from the user activity, through this minting mechanism. And it was so simple too. It's just like a very simple mechanism for creating this bidding budget where it's like a volume weighted vote. So, and it's capped at 50% just to prevent some like mega, like what if, I'm not saying that the source address would do this. I don't think at all. They have a history of benevolence, but anyone who has the majority of the Hedron supply could have just came in and minted a bunch of poly and just like effectively set it to be whatever it wanted. So just to kind of limit the effect that some big whale could do to like prevent poly from bidding so much so that they can compete better. That's why we have it where you have to vote between 50 and 100%. But if 100% of people voted, or if everyone voted for bidding the 100%, then all of it would be bid. So whatever is left over. So whenever the after the last possible minting day, someone just needs to run this function called finalize minting. And what finalize minting will do is it'll measure the percent, that budget percent, and then it will stake whatever amount is accounted for staking, and then it'll leave liquid the remaining hedron, and then that is now the budget that the executor can put forth. So that's how it works. Congrats on the launch. Just minted a little. I'll play. There you go. Blue Bone says congrats on. Hey, thank you so much. I think a conversation I had with you in Vegas actually kind of helped point me in this direction, Blue Bone. I'm quite thankful, and thank you for helping explain these concepts to people in the various chats. That really means a lot to me. Crypto Vince says congrats on the launch. Thank you. Crypto Vince is a veteran in these HSI auction game. What up, says Patrice. Is the executive bidding on HSIs as they continue to be created, or just for this first big ICOSA exercise? Well, until they run out of budget, or until they simply stop. So, we were in a rush to allow them to catch this wave of ICOSA HSIs. But yeah, it's kind of as long as their budget lasts. Liquidity pool up for Poly already. There you go. Will Poly hedger and be 1-to-1? Maybe during the mint. It'll probably be like a little bit less than 1-to-1. Where if you were to, how would it be? You wouldn't go above 1-to-1. At least during the mint. And then after that, it's probably gonna be crazy. What's going on here? Wow, 46,584. I wonder what it is on the other networks. Let's connect to Ethereum Fair. Refresh the page. Oh my God, someone sent me 1 billion hedron on Ethereum Fair. Must have been a while back. Okay, so not much activities going on here just yet. Let's see. I don't even know which one of these forks. I feel like the whole hype around the forks definitely died down. It's funny because I deployed to the forks first as a way to test it as like an intermediate between Pulse Chain testnet and mainnet. And the way I set up this dApp, it's like where users come with the network, and so if the contract address is there on the network, then it's there. So that's how that worked. So on ETH POW, let's see what's going on. Yeah, so barely any activity on those other chains. But mainnet's the one we mostly care about. Guys, I haven't eaten all day today, except for I had some chips and salsa. I guess I had a banana and an orange. Okay, so I snacked. $180,000 so far in the first, we launched just under 2 hours ago. Pretty exciting. You guys see everyone in some of these chat rooms like so sad about this whole thing? you're not doing what it was meant to do. Like, yes, it is. These are for sale. They're meant to be bid. What are you talking about? Oh, you're going to dilute my yield. Well, hey, you diluted the yield of the person that came before you. Should they complain about you? You should have asked us. No, I asked the smart people that I trust. I'm not going to just ask you. What are you talking about? I think my big competitive advantage is that the people that I learn about crypto from are not on Twitter, Telegram. They're not in this little area. So like, I feel like I get like really unique insights, and I don't get sucked into different like echo chambers or just like, you know, big time competitive advantage. Is it my? But I mean, there are a handful of people that I have looked up to and, you know, learned from a lot consistently for a long time, that I like seek quality information, you know, from. But I don't know, mainly I'm trying to just come up with my own ideas about stuff. It's like if someone just tells me something, it's like I don't necessarily just like believe it. If I come up with something, then I hold weight. But if I ask somebody, like if I really ask a person a question, whatever their answer is, I'll pretty much take as fact. Like if I ask someone a question, then I take that very seriously. But most of that, I try to come up with my own ideas, follow my own intuition. I remember when Maxi launched, might get poly for less than 1-to-1. There you go. Longer term poly might, compared to Hedron. Longer term poly. Yeah, I mean, what if it just starts pricing in the yield? They're crying because they're too scared to join us. Hey, I mean, you know, but the thing is like, I can't be too hard, like, because it's absolutely their choice. Like it's like the whole thing they're mad about is that they want to control what other people do with their own money. And so like people choosing not to participate, you know, you have to honor that. You have to honor that choice. That's their choice, their keys, their cheese, their choice. But yeah, there's a lot of fear, you know, but I don't know. I think it's something that, like, in general, like the people that are attracted to Maximus, there's this type of strength that you see, this like strength and resolve. That's why you see very little like bitching or whining from Maximus people, is because it's just like, you know what's going on. Never Maximus people telling people what they should and shouldn't do with their money. It's mainly Maximus people like warning people about, you know, problems and presenting solutions, not just complaining about the problem. Big difference. That's what I like about the crowd that Maximus has built around it. Press for launch. Thanks to Catcher. I've taken part in every one of your projects since Maximus. There you go. Hey man, you're a dip catcher too. Which dev school did you go? Any recommendations? If more of us in the community knew how to code, we could build like Maximus out. So I learned entirely on my own. In college, I studied optoelectronics. So it was basically a physics degree. And I learned very little programming in that. I learned a lot of math, a whole lot of math, really advanced math. And, you know, and I learned physics, but no coding in college. But then during my senior year of college, I started working on my own startup. It was a 3D camera and a virtual reality app. I have the camera here because I like showing it off. Where is it? My 3D camera. Okay, we have the viewer. Where is it? Am I blind? Oh yeah, I don't know where the viewer is. Okay, try again. So I learned how to code when I wanted to build, because I was studying, you know, optoelectronics, and so I used to go do these internships about I would do like medical imaging or like defense imaging stuff. So I was getting into a lot of like 3D imaging and visualization technologies. And then I had an idea for a 3D camera that was embedded into sunglasses. So I actually built a 3D camera embedded into some glasses, and it streamed VR content to a viewer that you would just latch onto your phone like this. It was a mobile-based virtual reality app where you attach these lenses to your phone, and then you just view the VR content like this. So that was like my first invention idea that I ever actually like took seriously. And just through that experience is how I learned how to code. So I just like Googled, I was like, okay, how to build a camera. And I saw something about Raspberry Pis. I was like, okay, so I got a Raspberry Pi, and I just Googled my way through learning how to do it, how to use it and write programs on it. And so I programmed the Raspberry Pi to take 3D photos. It had two cameras, one for the right eye and one for the left eye, just like this. This was like a commercial version that we ended up working with after we stopped trying to build our own camera. But I just Googled my way through it and just practiced and learned. And I started that in 2015. So like 2015, I was just learning. 2016, I was still just learning, trying to build it. Basically all year I worked on building it. And then 2017, I paired up with this. That was when Goldkey started helping me with it. And then one of our other friends, he helped us build the app. So I was building like 3D camera, the image processing software. And then our good friend, he was building the app. And then our friend who was building the app, he stopped because he went back to school. And then we just had to figure it out. So I started learning how to build the app, the VR app on the iPhone. And then that was like the first app that I'd ever built, was the virtual reality viewer on mobile. This was actually like the first VR photo sharing app for iOS. It launched in like 2017. Metaverse before the metaverse. So I just learned that way. That was how I got started, and then just kept having to build everything. And then when I'd say I got much better when we shut down that startup, we started working on a legal tech startup that they'd gotten just like when Goldkey and I joined that, we were like number like 5 and 6 there. They had gotten just a little bit further than where we got with our startup. So we basically shut down our startup and then joined a startup that was just a little further than where we were. And in that startup, they had like so many customers. Like getting customers wasn't the hard part. That was what was so hard about this, is like trying to get people to adopt a brand new format of media was so difficult. And that was the time when like Stories was coming out, TikTok was Musically, and so the world was kind of moving in a different direction in terms of consumer content. So that was always our challenge, is getting users. So then we joined this legal startup where they had no problem. The problem was too many users. And then just Goldkey and I built that. So he designed it. I built it was a whole legal platform that, 100,000 customers used, something like 40 legal teams at major corporations used, our whole entire internal team and customer support team used it. So like, I basically just like single-handedly built this entire legal dispute resolution platform. And that was where I got really good. That's when I started using Anvil and really honing in on that. So, and that was 2018, all through 2019, 2020, and then through 2021. So just been raging code nonstop, working on startups. And that's the best way to learn. You can learn stuff in school, but like, if you really want to be building stuff, like you just gotta find it within yourself to be practicing nonstop. That's how you get good. And you just gotta build your ideas. Building your ideas is the easiest way to learn, because then it's like endless inspiration. Because that's really what took me through everything. All the tough learning was like, I was building my own ideas. And so that's how I learned. So I definitely recommend learning. One poly is 0.997 hedron on matcha. How much is in the pool? Will you be posting the final code on GitLab Pub using a copy-paste scan? Yeah, so it is up there if you look, you find it. But keep in mind, this is not licensed for use. You can read it, you can, but if you're actually like copy paste using it, I wouldn't do that. As I just talked about how I just came from a legal background, I would not, much like the hex contract code, you should not copy paste and duplicate or use, and the hedron code, which you shouldn't copy paste, duplicate, or use. You should not do that. I'm serious. I'm very, for everyone watching, I'm very serious about that. Do not do that. It'd be more fun for me than it will be for you if you did that. So do not do that. All better than hedron. Yeah, it seems like math is the important part of everything. I'm started at math. Maybe I'll improve later. I mean, I've always been doing math. Like my sister, she's a couple years older than me. She would come home from kindergarten and teach me how to count. When we were on long road trips, my dad would take my Game Boy away from me and just hand me a calculator. Love math, you know? And it just makes sense. It's all, cause it's like, I feel like math is like the way that humans divinely connect to the universe. And so I just feel that connection so strongly. So I lean heavily into math. Like I never shied away from it. I've always felt that there's something important about it. Get me over here. Infinite Potentiality says, love your sunglasses. Thank you. They were, I think my wife's friends got them for her at her like bachelorette party or something. I caught the dip on Hex and knew about you sooner. Hey, well, you're here now. Sandy Beach with the Sandy Beach emoji. Wow, sir, you're very impressive and intelligent. We all in the community should strive to be more intelligent and build like our leaders, Axiom Hex founders and devs. It would be the best thing we could. Absolutely. In my opinion, yep. Hello, DC everyone. Congrats on us. Thank you, Sandy. Quick question. Will we be able to mint on ETH Fair? Yep. Literally, just connect on your MetaMask and just go to the site. It works. If it says hi, no, just for learning purposes. Yeah. So it is easier. I'll send you that link. Give it to you. AK liquidity in polyhedron pair according to $8,000 or 8. How do we see? See new pairs. Let's see if we're on the new pairs list. God, look at all these names of tokens on here. God damn it. Who did the Hedron versus Poly? It should be Poly. I think Poly versus... Damn it. Guys, you do the new coin first in the pool. Aw, there's no... Unless someone... Damn it. Whoever this is, if you're watching, pull your liquidity, because in order to see the price, you have to flip it. If this is you, let's see, let's find this person. Please pull your liquidity and re-add it with Poly first. Unless, I don't know. Okay, spoiler, I tried to make a pool with a very tiny amount right away to establish the orientation of these. Is a tiny little pool, but it looks like somehow it was overwritten. Or maybe Dex Screener does something with it. Oh well. It is what it is. I love math too, Jeff. Calculator, that's awesome. I just love drawing like the integral sign. No, just like that nice, beautiful swoop. And it's just so important. That's like literally the meaning of the earth. That stuff that you learn there. Thank you. Awesome work. Oi, oi. See if we can sleuth around a little bit. Well, hey, you know what? Okay, here we can look at it on the. We tried. We tried to set that right. Maybe it's something with deck screener. Why did it get set like that? That's so weird. It switched it up. Oh well, tried. Not the worst. See how much has gone into the contract. We just crossed 200,000 Heatran in the pool. 53 billion. See what the Heatran price is doing. In here. So it looks like we are green on the day, up to 38. Funny to see the, here I'll zoom out a little bit. Look at that poly pump. Are you guys enjoying the minting bot? Bonds as well. Hey, what's up? What's going on? $31 poly water holders. If we have 2634.86 divided by 31, B4, the average holding is 84, we're 269. The average person's putting in about a quarter ETH. Double click their price scale. Oh, come on, let's try more. Super congrats on another epic launch follower. Thanks, Hex Token. Thank you. Let's go in the chat. Let's just go on the Acosta chat. Hey, we just closed in on 2 hours. 208 kF So how many? 53.85 B. So, let's see where Poly is on the Hedron leaderboard. People in the Acoustic Telegram this week, they said they were only going to put 1 to 5% of the Hedron back in Poly. I like going all in on projects with great founders and fundamentals like poly.maximus. Hey man, well you also are way ahead of the game compared to other people. Hedron is about to break out. You can see strong Hedron as a symmetrical triangle after a bullish move leading to continuation. Yeah, it could be. That's what I was thinking on the chart too. I'm fixing to put in my whole Hedron bag. There you go. Let's see where we are on the holders. Gotta look at the Okay, we're about to crack the top 50. That's hilarious. If we're already at number 6, oh, you can't see my screen, damn it. So we're right here, 99. Oh my God, we have 369 in our contract address. Did I chime into the? I guess there's not many people in there. Wow, 2 new poly water minters. This is literally ideal. I'm really happy about how because the average is like 0.23, so 0.23 times like 1,600 today. Oh my god, that's actually a lot. Oh my god, it's like $300. Okay, so let's go back here. We're just cranking up. Has anyone done models on how poly does if it were to get no HSIs? Does that huge hedron stake outperform for poly holders in a significant way versus taking the hedron individually? Yeah, I mean, so let's see. What's the total hedron supply right now? So it's 1, 1, 2. So that's the total supply, and then what did we say that the poly water has? We're number 64, so we're at 54. So as of right now, that comes out to 0.048%. And when we look at the icosa.pro site, so that would be a dolphin. Yeah, we're about halfway. If this was to stay as is and not get any HSIs, if this was purely a stake pool, we're about halfway to the 15% bigger, big, better bonus. And that's a bonus that maybe only like 64 out of the 25,000 or so people get. So late for the party, glad he got here. Nice guy here. He's taking stock for the first time. He didn't miss one. Yeah, just watching the pools, answering questions. Amazing stuff. 55 billion. Him rolling in. $150 holders so far. Someone in the chat's like, people say you're gonna destroy the auctions. You mean win? See, here's the thing. People are just really upset, in the ICOSA chat about. They're like really upset that Poly is not doing the ICOSA recycling thing. It's like, one, like how are you gonna tell someone else what to do with their money, you know? But two, it's like whenever the peanut gallery is all gung-ho on one strategy where they don't even know why, it's just like they heard it on YouTube and they're in that strategy. It's like, you want to do the opposite. Like it would be bearish if Poly was just doing the like garden variety peanut gallery, just like regular, you know, strategy that like everyone thinks is the best one. Because like if everyone thinks it's the best strategy, there's no alpha in there. There's nothing to be gained because everyone's already doing it. So the anger that was kind of brought out in like, you know, in people as a result of this, it absolutely confirms that Poly is taking on the correct strategy here. Like if the peanut gallery was like, oh yeah, let's do it, like he's one of us. If the peanut gallery agrees, you know, they're it's like you're not in a high growth asset. Congratulations on the launch, Dip. Yep, thank you. Found the party. Thanks for answering, of course. Salute. Wow, what an exciting time. 154 minters, 57 million. Wow, we're gonna get on the first page today, I think. I want like 10 trillion. It's hard to even put a number because it's like you don't even know like how much of the supply is actually active. So quite hard to tell. I see no downsides to icosahedron ecosystem when it comes to this. On the contrary, upside only. Lock up that hex icosahedron, baby. That's right. Chances, hello, Dip Catcher. Congratulations on the successful launch. Thank you. Holy shit. Poly.maximus.cash is the website. Let's get that on the screen here. All these, literally, from the Icosa chat group. You're going to destroy our yield in the Hedron Icosa ecosystem. Fuck Poly. You're a bad actor for us. I was like, if it can be destroyed by people using the contract per the specification, then it was never yours in the first place. But fuck Poly. Add water to MetaMask doesn't work. Let's see. Worked for me. It's so funny, the Icosa chat. They're not. They are all. You can't represent. It's literally just like a handful of people. Everyone that's not everyone. Whenever someone says "fuck Poly," I reply, "Yeah, fuck Poly." Fuck Poly. Fuck Poly. Fuck Poly. Also can get 1B. Saw it liquid now. That's great. K4K asks, so the only known current risk for Poly is that the executor could way overbid and waste the Hedron on bad ROH to exercise, unlikely sabotage. I'd never protect on transport price. Yeah, there's absolutely the risk they overpay. And then and that's what that whole piece where you can vote here. If you think there's high risk of overpaying, you just lever it down. If you think they're going to way overpay, you don't think the executor is going to perform, then you can just limit their budget. Simple. Water contract address. Here, I'll post this here. You're so whiny. Also thinking, sorry, new to the party. What is the website for Poly? It's at the bottom, poly.maximus.cash. Poly isn't on Dex here. Maybe it'll show up in a little bit. Who knows how long it takes to show up. Great job. What is the exact purpose of water? So water is the gas fee donation pool for the executor. So the executor, has to cover the gas fees for bidding out of their own pocket. And so just to allow people to donate, which is common, the whole reason we did this is because in just about every single launch, there have been people that have donated to help cover just like some incremental costs. Like with Maxi, people donated money for the audit, and also people donated money to send us to the Vegas conference. And then when I was deploying the perpetual pools, people donated ETH-Dub and ETH-F and ETH so I could for the gas fees for deploying the contracts, which is kind of a complicated process. And then when I was testing this, people donated to me billions of testnet Hedron. I know it's testnet Hedron, but just in general, the Maximus community is very generous. And so in order to reward people's generosity for donating to the gas fee bucket for the executor, we simply minted them a coin that, the purpose, the coin itself has no purpose. Water tokens have no use case at this time. They are purely collectible symbols of your support for Poly.Maximus. The purpose of the ETH is whatever the executor thinks it should be done with it. So, the obvious use is just covering gas costs. It's like the main one. But what if it wants to buy Hedron and bid, or what if it wanted to just do whatever, it could. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. But yeah, it's the token itself has no, it's more like we duct taped on the token mainly for fun, because one, it's got an awesome logo. Two, it's got an awesome supply issuance schedule where it starts at 369 water per ETH and then dwindles down. It cuts in third about every 36 days until after day 216, when no more water will be minted, and you can't, and it actually won't even let you send ETH anymore to that address. So yeah, it's just for the to help crowdsource some gas fees to give the executor just a little bit more to work with. They hate Poly. I can't wait for them to react to the cracker token. Congrats to all of you watching. The executor has a lot of interest for someone group. Keep the whales honest on bidding. If you want it, you're gonna have to bid for it. Yeah, that's right. And K4K brought up an interesting point. It's like on first glance, it seems like the executor would introduce a lot of risk, but then when you think about it, the risk introduced is actually very small. And the benefits of this model are actually they might outweigh the risk. If you see fit, please add the contract addresses to Poly and Water to Poly.maximus.cash, or did I overlook them? So I don't put them there specifically because I had them on the Maximus.cash site, and people were just sending hex to them. So I specifically don't have them there. You can get them from your MetaMask. So just I think it's kind of bad practice to prominently display the address when you can find it on MetaMask. So I probably won't add them there. just to help protect people from accidentally sending hedron directly to the contract. Wow, 70 million hedron. I think that puts us now on page number 1 of the hedron holders. So funny in this chat. Yeah. Hexiac asks, what does the vote on HSI bid budget mean? So when you mint, you vote what percent of the total hedron should be used for bidding and what percent should simply be staked in the ICOSA contract. So you can do between 50, if you try to do like 40%, it doesn't let you, it needs to be 50. 50 to 100. And so what that means is that, well, here, let me show you right here. The bidding budget percent. So right now it's 77%. So that means that 77% of the total hedron as of now is going to be used for bidding, and then 23% is simply staked. Fuck Poly. No sir, Poly fucks. Yeah, that's right. Will immutable contracts be allowed to shard? Why or not? Good question. It all depends too, because there's absolutely no testnet sharding going on anywhere. It's still like in theory world. It's just in theory land, and they just like, it's like they'll make progress, and then they'll like, oh, now we're gonna do proto. Now that the new term is, I shit you not, proto dank sharding. So like, it's literally like they're nowhere close to anything being on testnet, so there's no way to tell. Possibly even speculate. From what I understand as of now, from the way it's been described, they kind of want to phase out old contracts. Can the executor bid on multiple HSIs at once? I'm not sure what the limitations are. So there's basically no limitations. The budget is the limitation. Also, in your mind, what makes any one particular HSI more valuable than another? Well, without giving away too much, because all my high impact, high value ideas are going to be passed along to the executor through the suggestion box, which is a pretty cool thing that I didn't show you, where you can say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can pass messages to the executor. So here I'm going to say, look at HSIs that have cool numbers. So you can sign messages with your balance off chain and pass messages to the executor. So that's pretty cool, and that's where all my high impact ideas about HSI valuation. I've spoken at length about just stake valuation in general on my stream, but I probably leading up to the auctions, I'll probably be keeping it quiet publicly about that, because we're here to crush the competition. Like I'm in some ways overly generous with the how much information I share. This is an instance where there's actually like a direct competitive edge, so may not be sharing too much, but I mean it's kind of obvious, like look at the principal, look at the earning capacity, look at when it locked it in, how many t-shirts it has, how long they last, bonuses, if you think other people are going to want them. Does the HSI bid budget need to be selected at the time of mint, or is it just based on wallet? No, so during your mint, when you mint right here, it's passed in with every mint. There's like, you pass in a number with every mint, and then it gets added and updates. Just like, so every new bidder like updates that, like their vote updates the budget. Will there be different poly plant seeds to use the water? Each plant needs water in different periods so it can survive. Then some addresses can harvest some new seeds depending on funds. Yeah, you never know. What's the most popular number 1 and number 2 immutable contract in the world? Hex, Uniswap v2. I know. Don't spill the beans. Please don't overshare Vex performance. I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? Just like the value of the stake. Maybe there's information to be gleaned from how the market's been pricing the different Maximus stake pools. But someone in the chat is like, Is this Icosa chat or Poly? Can the admin ban the Poly talk, please? It's pretty funny, like, literally, you should go check out the Icosa chat if you haven't. It's pretty funny. Zen Riot says, does team benefit from Poly? Yes, so team stakers in year 1 get 0.3% of the hedron that comes in. Team stakers in year 2 get 0.3% of the hedron that comes in. And then team stakers get 1% of the hex at the end. So a little bit of hedron at the start, and then some hex at the end. Is Poly on ETH Dub Rethef? It already is. It's there. Just link up to those networks, and you can just use the app. You don't have to like select it on the interface. Just make sure you're on the network that you think that you are. Cores FX says, is it possible to mess with the vote by wasting gas minting 1 hedron at a time with a 1% vote? Absolutely, literally. People got so upset with me for even talking about like gas strategies for just outlasting a competitor. It says, one day your sunglasses will be Gucci or Fendi. Nah, no, yeah, dude, no, probably not. I'll be rocking these. Maybe I'll rock these. I'm not so into like luxury designer stuff. It's just kind of silly to me. Poly helps get hedron burnt, so Poly helps all the pretzels team. Yeah, it's another good way to look at it, is that it makes the hedron more scarce and more valuable. So Alright guys, I'm gonna make fuck Poly t-shirts and share them with the Icosa chat. Look what I just said in the chat. I don't know if you can see that at all, actually. Wow, just had a billion poly minter. Just added 1 billion. Oh, there you go. Literally, I just saw it on Twitter. It's so funny what's happening. That is so hilarious. The increased stake rewards make smithing poly no-brainer. Yeah, that's right. Skip first taking on a wheel. Yeah, we're already getting a much larger bonus. Maybe pull chains take a while because they need to figure out the sharding dilemma. I don't even know if that's what they're thinking about. I think it's just hard stuff. Cool, all the things. Bob says, wow, think about the impact you have on the community less than a year. Congrats on the launch, DC. Thank you. Poly on a shirt. I got compliments on these. Yeah. Are the Icosa dudes salty about poly? Yeah, very salty. They're like, you're ruining our yield! Like, dude, if people can use the contract per the specification, then it wasn't your yield. Like, you gonna complain about every person that joins after you? I don't know. They're not complaining about poly. They're more complaining about themselves. Which sometimes I like when I sense people or I like push back. I like really try to egg people on sometimes. Sometimes I need to restrain because I need to consider that like that I can't relate to whatever they're going through. You know, like there must be something that causes them to just be in their default state where they see something new and they instantly throw up fear and anger. Like that's not me at all. Like I see something new, I have like wonder and curiosity and excitement. So just like we're coming from two different places entirely. And so I need to be more considerate of what other people may be going through. Like not everyone is just this like perma, you know, euphoric as me, I guess. So the exact gold auction over underneath W2? Yeah. All HSIs that are bought will be kept until maturity date for stake ending. Yeah, so they're kept till maturity date, and if they happen to end with at least a year left before the last one ends, it just gets restaked until that, and then they all end right at the same time, and then they all come out. You need poly LPs yet? Yeah, there's like 8,000 in the pool. Makes more sense why they wouldn't leave me the F alone when asked about ending a hedge and stake one day early to join the poly pool. Yeah. Also consider the age of some, a lot are very young kids, and yes, a lot are grown as adults as well. Yeah. See where we stack up now. Wow. This is ratcheting up. Is there any advantage to minting tonight? No, there's no advantage across all the days. Are you expecting Dub to phase out sharding in the middle contract? I mean, I don't even know if they'll even do sharding at all. They probably won't. So payout for ending of stakes will be the same day for all exercise. Yeah, the payout all. Well, yeah, they all end, and then they just kind of either restake or they just wait until the very end, and then it's all done. What if there are bots competing against each other, creating a gas fee where they could last months? Have you thought about how long ago? Yeah, it literally could be months. The chain could come to a grinding halt as a result of this. You mint before an LP created, you might be able to convince your account that you lost harvested into a valueless token. You got yielded by COSA from Sticky during when is that dispersed? At the end, all of it's at the end. Wow, look at us now. 46th largest liquid hedron holder. connected wallet by minting button function doesn't seem to be working. Is there a delay? Shouldn't be. I mean, I don't know. Pretty quick. Then again, that sets your cost base to 0, so your first spelling your tax level value, not 2 points. Yeah. It all kind of sucks, no matter what way you put it. If the SA were to compete with the executor and the SA wins, have you thought about the value by coastal crashing upon executor staking? If the SA were to compete. Could be. I mean, who knows? I really don't know what they're going to do. I mean, they were the largest team and perpetual, well, not the largest perpetual minters, but they were the largest team minter. So that's pretty cool. The idea of trustless pooling is so good, especially for small players. Great to mention, DC. Thank you. As Abraham Lincoln said, don't believe everything you read on the internet. How to raise 300K in 3 hours. Oh, forgot about water. Make it 4. Water? How much is one water? Oh, it's only 25. Dude, you had me thinking that it was at 100K. It's only at 18K. That's crazy. How many tickers do we have? We have Maxi, Base Trio, Lucky Desi, Team, Holy Water. So what is the Zen or the Chen bot contract you created? So I had built a bot that basically let you just make a bunch of addresses and mint, but it wouldn't have helped anyone, and I ended up it's actually live on mainnet. You can use it if you sleuth around and find it. You could find it, but it's not as good as the one that like there's like an app called CoinList or something. There's a company that made one that's way better. So if you're gonna use a bot, use that one, but don't do that at all. Just mint some fucking water. But yeah, I'm just kind of it's not financial advice on that. Have fun, kids. Will there be future airdrops to participate? You tell me. What are your ideas? Will someone post a contract address in the chat? Hexlove, if you already minted, you can get it from token balance and you scan that address. Okay, there it is. It's also posted on Catcher's Twitter post. Poly wants a cracker. Go grab some food and a drink, boss. Yeah, I am really hungry. Get some fresh air. I haven't. Usually, like in the mornings is when I'll just be outside. And this light that I use for my streaming. So that's why I wear these glasses, just to try to block some of the light. Bubble guy, 3 awesome qualities in crypto: indecisiveness, procrastination, and low confidence. I'm trolling right now. I haven't yet. It's funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. When 4-cent poly, who knows? All right, let's not stop building. We got some good momentum here, so why don't we make a dashboard. Okay, how can we do this? What is maxi escrow address for? So that's how the 369 payout goes to the team stakers. So remember, what was it? 30% of the maxi that was minted into team was reserved for team stakers in years 3, 6, and 9. So that is the address of that contract. It will be used in 3 years from now for the first time. Are you reading the stuff in Ecoscan? Will Poly have value? Have the auction? What do you mean by that? I mean, Poly, the values is whatever it trades at. Okay, guys, we're gonna make a. So here we go. Let's get our. Well, actually, you know what I want to do? No, I don't want to be building right on the main dashboard. Let's get a nice and dark color scheme. I like this Mykonos dark. You know what? I'm just going to add it onto the portfolio.maximus.cash site. Even whole number hit. It should let you mint decimal. Should. Get poly data. Okay, so we have. So we'll probably need the poly address, we need the poly VI, and then what do we need here? Might as well just add it to our tokens. Poly. Good Lord. Every time I look at it, I'm shocked. So there's the poly one, and then water. So, what information do we want about this? We want, I mean, this can be really simple actually. So probably like data, we want total, poly, printed, we want data, current, bid, budget. What else do we want about not all we need, right? I love your trolling strategy, you rock. Thank you. Hope you're doing awesome. Thanks. Fight picks opportunity. Everyone making Joe Biden Zach Galifianakis who wins. Good question. So find Web3 Pi, get ETH balance. Checking the balance on the account, Web3 ETH, get balance. Here we go. We need one. This is going to be poly. Good. Let's see this video. So we got poly minted, and then we want to do in 5 billion budget. And water minted. Okay, that actually should be fine. Poly data. You find salt, just back up the truck right away. Don't let them hit you. So we're going to say self.label poly method. Gotta have something probably like int, then so that's good there. Now we're gonna have self.label printing budget.text equals printed budget. So it's actually going to be a percent math. Self.label water method.text equals total water method. So these are just regular. So this. Okay, so we get that. Now let's go back to our form one. We're going to say from poly water, input poly water. We're just going to add poly water and see if that works. Can Pachi ask Poly's copy to pulse chain? I'm assuming, yeah, it is. Tuple indices must be line 21. Oh, P0, okay. I'm still hungry, I need to eat. Wow, 93,000 teams already been burnt. "49 says those glasses are fire. Thank you. They're my wife's. I wear them sometimes on stream, and then she got them at one of her friends gave them to her at her bachelorette party earlier this year, and she tried throwing them away the other day. I go to take out the trash, and I see these in the trash can. I'm like, you shitting me? These are premium shades. All right, let's see if this worked. Int has no attribute. What? Total ETH per sector budget. Come on, just work, please. Okay, there we go. That works. $88 million poly minted. So here, why don't we just... We might as well just add this to the top of the portfolio site. Okay, so you may be experiencing downtime on this right now because I'm literally live working on it. I'm not even like on a development environment. I'm literally on the master branch. So the Titan will probably get fixed in a minute. Well, so it bids until it runs out. Basically, how it works. The extra Hedron after auction that gets staked for Icosa, how is that claimed or distributed? Just at the end. Like when the last stake ends, when the last HSI ends, everything gets cleaned up and it gets redistributed. All right, there we go. Dude, every time I refresh this, Jesus Christ. I can't wait to see what one poly is worth at redemption. Yeah, it's how do you even predict that? Because like you don't know what price is going to pay for HSIs. You don't know what those HSIs are going to earn. You don't know how much heat. Okay. Well, once you know how big the HSIs are, you know how much heat drain you're going to get. You don't know how much ICOSA it's going to get. You don't know how. Literally, it's impossible. That's what's crazy. Good catch. Is creating a front end, answer questions early. You write the first minutes on ether scan for poly and water. Yeah. Just shooting the shit over here. I might hop off in a little bit. That's why in one of the AMA they were asking how long the poly or executor will do auction bidding. Well, so it's like, you know, it's at their discretion of, you know, when they stop, and then whatever's left over just gets staked. So once 30 days have passed without any action from the executor, then no more bidding can happen. Then that's like a signal that it's all done, and then the rest just staked, and then we just go from there. Can I ask a stupid question? There are no stupid questions. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. All right, you have 5 seconds to ask your question, or else I am going to hop off, eat some breakfast. What is water? Good question. Water is the poly.maximus executor gas fee donation pool. Donate ETH to the poly water contract and automatically mint 369 water tokens per ETH. So this is ETH that goes to the executor. I put this up here because we're going to just have a regular donation address. So if people want to contribute to the ETH gas fees for the executor, you can just do that. But we made it so that if you contribute ETH, you mint this awesome token. But very important, water has no use case, no value. It's not redeemable for anything. It's not like our other assets. Our other assets are like yield producing serious assets. Water is more of like a collectible symbol of your support of poly.maximus. So if you want to help the executor fight out the auctions, then you can donate ETH to the water contract, and it mints you some water. And who's the executor? That is a mystery. There are 2 addresses associated with the executor. You can see them right here. Let's see. There's 2 addresses associated with the executor. There is one called executor main and one called executor aux. So, and let's see if they have any activity. Nope, brand new address, brand new address. So that is who the executors are, or who the executor is. You don't know who it is or what it is or when it is. But it is. All right, you guys. I'm gonna hop off. Time for me to eat. Let's do one last refresh on this and see the numbers. Executors like going? Not really. So Executor has no poly. Executor gets nothing. Executor actually pays effectively because they pay for gas fees. Luckily, people are reimbursing them with water, but. No, the executor is more like a volunteer who's handling the bid execution logistics on behalf of the pool. It's like someone had to do it. It's more of a logistics thing more than anything. But it is a voluntary effort, and they're never in possession of the funds, and the executor doesn't get anything. The donations that people are giving to that, it's to cover their gas fees and maybe some of the other costs associated with it, but You know, but I mean, there's no refund on that. You know, that ETH is no longer yours if you contribute to water. But the executor doesn't get anything from Poly at all. We're good here. Any question, give value to others from the same question I have. This is cool. Yeah, I'm happy to answer any question all the time. Except for right now, because I need to eat. I haven't eaten all day. And I'm quite tired from getting this thing rolled out. But so I guess we'll call it here with, oh my God, we're so close to 100 million. So we'll leave it here. 93 billion hedron, 80% bidding budget. So at minimum, 74 billion hedron is going to be bid. 4,500 water minted, which is 12.3 ETH. It says right here. Today I don't ask questions. That's funny. Well, thank you all. This was really wonderful. And wonderful day as well. So thank you all for joining me. Once again, poly.maximus.cash, 1-to-1 poly minting with hedron. If you want to contribute to the success of the executor, you can mint 369 water tokens per ETH. It's totally voluntary, totally opt-in. I'm literally eating a frozen pizza. That's literally all I have to eat right now in my house. And it's too late to go to the grocery store. So I'm eating like shit. Maybe I'll have an egg or something to amplify the health. I'll do my polys tomorrow. You great, bro. Thank you. When moon? We're at the moon. Question is when Mars? Throw it in the air fryer. That's a good idea. It's bad I don't have an air fryer. Alright, guys. Love you all. Thank you. And have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.